Hey girls and guys and girls. Okay, so this is a video that is based off of a dream, okay? But I'm not telling you the dream. Right? I'm not telling you the dream. I'm giving you the meaning behind the dream. So I'm gonna get into that. As you can see from the screen, it says raise up, okay? You have been trying to work on things, feed the things that you have been investing your time in, and you're trying to raise up, okay? You're trying to do all that is necessary to raise up out of the place where you're at, raise up in the business that you're trying, raise up out of the city, whatever it is that you are trying to make better and raise up in, right? You have been putting in that work. But there has been a lot of opposition against what you have been trying to do, okay? There are people who have been around you who have been portraying themselves as pure when in actuality you are surrounded by darkness, okay? Now, you've placed yourself there, okay? You've not moved when you were supposed to move, okay? So you have to take some responsibility for the fact that you are still entertaining certain things in your life, okay? When you continue to jump in to the things that you know that you shouldn't be involved in and with the people you should not be involved with, you will still receive the same results that you got before, which has always been nothing spectacular, okay? Right? These people, or these spirits, should I say, right, have been waiting for you to fall. And when you do fall, it will be something that even you could possibly laugh about, right? Because you're thinking there's nothing to it, it's harmless. But in actuality, this is what has been expected of you the entire time. There are people who do not think much of you, okay? And this is not for you to play victim, because we are not victims. But you do need to understand that when you place yourself in certain situations, it is more difficult for you to raise up than you actually believe. You want to get out of there, but you have no idea how you are going to do it. You are confiding in people that do not care for you in that way, okay? They could be family members, your siblings, friends, whatever it is. They do not care for you, okay? He's been telling me this for a while, right? You are better off doing what you have to do for yourself, by yourself, for the time being. If that means you have to be in a season where you are separated, alone, and getting your head down to get things done, then so be it. Oftentimes we want to be involved in the things because everybody else is, and we're not called to be there at that time, okay? The more we sit around in the wrong places, the more we risk losing out on the things that are for us, okay? Now, oftentimes we can sit and say, Lord, where are you, basically, okay? Why is it that so much is happening and it seems like the enemy is winning over me, okay? And that's a mentality that you need to shake, okay? That's the victim mentality. You need to take back your power, okay? And know that You are the one who has that power to destroy the enemy, okay? And what they are trying to say to you, all of that self-doubting talk, or you won't be able to do this, you'll never make it, etc. We've spoken about this, okay? All of those things, you are the one with the power to determine how your life, right, in God's hands, because he already knows what's going to happen, but he gives you the warnings. So you are the one who determines what's going to happen. Are you going to heed the warning, take the warnings and run with the warnings and do what is necessary, okay, to get yourself out of that place or out of that situation, okay? I'm trying to find the Bible verse at the same time. I know it's in Psalms, but I can't remember if it's Psalms is it 51 or 30 something. I can't remember which one it is. So what I'm gonna do is this one's talking about transgressions. I don't think it was this one. When you're Johnny. No, it's not Psalm 51. I think it's Psalm 32. Let me try 32. If I can remember correctly. Sins are covered, blessed the one who sinned against him. My bones wasted away from my groaning all day long, for they had not your hand was heavy on me. On the summer, then I acknowledged my sin to you, and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions. Faithful prayer to you. Hold on. It's not Psalms 32. I'm trying to find it. So, so excuse me. Just bear with me, okay? Trying to find the one where the Lord all the time. His word is good. Like, I could read the whole Psalms. I could do an entire video of just reading the Psalms. I love Psalms so much, but remembering where the parts are is the issue, as usual. But that's not gonna be an issue soon enough. I'm still praying about that. In every video, I'm showing until when I get right. I'll probably be apologizing for that, but at the same time, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because this is how it is, okay? And this word is a necessary word, but yeah, I think this is it now. Where are we gonna start from with this one now? Right, yeah, we're just gonna start from the whole thing, okay? So this is the whole of Psalms 35, okay, of David. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Brandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to me, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. May their path be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Since they hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me, may ruin overtake them by surprise. May the net they hid entangle them. May they fall into the pit in their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord and delight in his salvation. My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? You rescue the poor from those too strong for them, the poor and needy from those who rob them. Ruthless witnesses come forward. They question me on things I know nothing about. They repay me evil for good and leave me like one bereaved. Yet when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humbled myself with fasting. When my prayers returned to me unanswered, I went about mourning, as though my friend or brother. I bowed my head in grief, as though weeping for my mother. But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee. Assailants gathered against me without my knowledge. They slandered me without ceasing. Like the ungodly, they maliciously mocked. They gnashed their teeth at me. How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my precious life from these lions. I will give you thanks in the great assembly. Among the throngs I will praise you. Do not let those gloat over me, who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink the eye. They do not speak peaceably, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They sneer at me and say, aha, aha, with our own eyes we have seen it. Sorry guys. Like I've been on this thing all day and the light just seems to be like, but anyway, let me finish off. So yeah, 22, part 22. Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and rise to my defense. Contend for me, my God and Lord. Vindicate me in your righteousness. Lord, my God, do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, aha, just what we wanted, or say we have swallowed him up. May all who gloat over my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, the Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praise all day long. Hallelujah. Okay, so one part of the dream I will explain is that oftentimes he will come as my dad, okay, in the dream. And I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, like, where have you been? When are you coming back? Like, are you stopping long? When are you coming back? And he said, I'm coming back soon, okay, because these people believe that they've won, okay, they've watched you fall and they've laughed. They've all gathered up and laughed, and you've laughed with them, not thinking that it was anything, malicious or evil. And the entire time they've been against you, okay? But you have to put some blame upon yourself, okay, for allowing these things to happen, because you had been warned to stay away from people, okay? But sometimes we don't understand what's actually being said to us, okay? So that's understandable as well. So don't beat yourself up if you do miss any of the message that God does portray and give to you, okay? But he is saying that they will not for much longer be like exalting themselves above you, okay, or speaking these curses upon your life anymore. He's on the way, okay. It says in, what verse was it? I know I should write these things down. As I said, I need a new pen. I want a fancy pen, guys. Like, I'm a pen person, and like I want one of those ones that just glide across the paper. It just feels like, oh, like it's just magic on the page. Like, I shouldn't say magic, but it's just godly. It's just beautiful on the page. I don't know if anybody else is a pen person, but oh my gosh, I need like a beautiful pen. And then I love, like, I write slanted, or should I say like calligraphy. So it's just like boom, 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 boom. It has to just flow effortlessly. Oh gosh, Lord. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, let me see. Where does it say? It says, Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and rise to my defense. Okay. He's on the way. He's going to vindicate for everything that has been done. Okay, you've probably not even realized that these things have been happening. When this first started happening to me, I didn't realize how many people were against me. He had to show and open up my eyes to the things that was going on. But then he had to make me realize just how much it was my fault, okay? I allowed for these things to happen. So you've got to take accountability, okay? Take the accountability in saying that you allowed for yourself to be in the situation that you are in, okay? Whether it's something that you needed to learn, or it's the second time this similar situation has happened to you, third time, whatever it may be, there's something that you are not learning, okay? we can't go around blaming everybody else for the things that happen to us, because there are more people who are for us than are against us. But you see, when you don't learn a lesson, you will continue to keep going around in that same cycle. And that's what the enemy does, okay? He'll keep you in that same cycle, just going round and round and round until you're wondering, like, why is nothing changing, okay? Because you keep on placing yourself in the same place where you've been told, don't go back there. You've been placing yourself back around those people that you've been told, don't hang around those people, remove yourself from them, etc., etc., okay? So take accountability for the things that you are doing, okay, or the things that you have done, and then move forward, okay? Don't beat yourself up about it or anything like that, right? But don't sit there saying, oh, this person's doing this to me and that person hates me and this. Don't complain about those things. Don't even worry about what people are actually doing to you. Go about your life, pray to God, ask that, you know, he helps them with the things that they're dealing with and the way that they are, etc. But keep things pushing, okay? Because the battle is not yours, right? Vengeance is his to take on anyone who comes up against you, especially if you are a person who is just kind, loving, doing all the things good for people. It says in here that when they, you know, was down and out, basically, you know, you good to them, you've never had a bad thought towards them, you wanted to help and things like that. But then when it was the opposite way around, they laughed, okay, and treated you badly and things like that, and gathered together and spoke about you. And I've been saying that these things have been happening recently, okay? It's extra, read all about it, right? But you don't have to worry, okay? Don't worry. When this fall happens, he's on the way, okay? He's on the way very soon. It may seem like it's a tight situation right now. It may seem like nothing's changing right now, but he's coming, okay? He's coming to turn everything around. And when everything gets turned around, oh honey, just know that you need to be prepared. He's been saying to make room, okay? It says that things and the blessings that shall come to you shall come one after the other, okay? So fast that your head will swim, okay? That's in the Bible. Paraphrased by my words, obviously, but go and read the Bible, okay? Let me go and find it for you so you can go and read it yourself. Your head will swim, okay? Amos. It's giving me Amos 9:13 through to 15. Says, yes, indeed, it won't be long now. God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other, one after the other, after the other, after the other. But you gotta get right, okay? Put your focus in the right place and raise up, okay? Raise up. When you fall, get back up, right? Don't stay down, and don't stay around those people that are filled with darkness. That is not where you're supposed to be. There are some people who do not wish to be saved, okay? You cannot save them anyway. You are not God. There are simply those who want to be around your light to dim it, okay? You've got to remove yourself out of those situations, okay? They come in as the angel of light when in actuality they're slandering you, blaspheming, doing the most, okay? And you're just there trying to be loving and kind. Get away from there, okay? Those are not your people. That is not where you're supposed to be, right? On the second part of this dream, your person has witnessed a lot of what you have been going through, okay? They've seen your silly stuff as well, because when this happened, and you have had like a small fall and you've laughed about it and you've been goofy, like you have a certain personality about you, they've witnessed it and they like it, okay? But they felt like there's nothing that they could do in this moment, right? So they kind of passed you by, okay? At the same time, there's things in you that they liked, but at the same time, because of certain things, they didn't feel like it was right. Okay, that could be other people in their ears, that could be them thinking that they're, you know, not good enough, or, you know, wondering if there's better. Like, it can be anything. It's dependent on your story, okay, how it fits to you. But this person has seen who you are, right? And they are in awe of you, okay? They do have that feeling to say that they like the person who you are, right? All round. But right now, it's like they're hesitant to come in and even speak to you, okay? And you can't do anything about it, especially if you're a woman. Don't go chasing any man, okay? If you're the man and that's how you're feeling, God will give you the instructions that are necessary for you to pursue your wife, right? But with that being said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on both parts anyway, okay? As I said in the last word, there seems to be a situation with authority, like walking in that dominance that they're supposed to have, okay? Because like a woman, yeah, we can have dominance, but we're not supposed to have dominion over our husband, okay? He is the head. God is the head of all of us, but the man is the head of the marriage, right? So he's to have a certain authority, okay? And it looks like there is an issue there, right? Probably on both sides. Like, you could be dealing with the authority thing, and they could be dealing with not knowing how to assert their authority, okay, in the right way, or their dominance in the right way. And it's going to take some time, okay? So there is things that need to be done. In the meantime, there are things that you need to be doing. You need to feed whatever it is that you are trying to raise up, okay? If it's that business, feed it. There's things that you need to feed. Invest in it. Do what's necessary, okay? When you're feeding something, you're making sure that you've got all the things in every single part. Put your business plan out there. If it is a business that you're dealing with, do all the things that are necessary to get that business off the ground, okay? It's in your lap currently, right? It's in your lap. It's up to you now to feed it and raise it up, okay? All right, guys. So that's the end of the video, the message for you guys, okay, that I have. And I hope that this has helped someone in some way. There was another part, I believe, that I wanted to go into a Bible verse, you know. Then I think there was. Yeah, there was, but I can't remember what it is now. See, sometimes I should just do it straight away, but it happens, you know. It will come back to me at some point. Yeah, I think there's another Bible verse that speaks about these false accusations, like people have risen up against me and speak foul things. Like, I think that was the part I'm trying to get to. He does speak about it, okay? Da, da, da. I think I've made so many mistakes in my writing there. My enemies may speak against me, and those. Let's see. Hold on. Is it this one? Is it my beloved Psalms again? Yeah. For my enemies speak against me. Those who wait to kill me conspire together. Okay? When you are walking with God, right, there are going to be many trials and tribulations, okay, with people who just have a distaste in their mouth, okay, for who you've become, because they're being used by the enemy, right? Some of them don't even know why they don't like you, and that's okay, right? That happens too. But you've got to keep on moving forward regardless of what it is. People will try and come in and be friendly too. This is why I said in one of the videos, now is not the time, especially if you're on this walk. Now is not the time for those friendships that are trying to come in. They're being a little bit too friendly. Oh, that's really nice, like, yeah, etc, etc. Stay at a distance, okay? That's where everybody has to be currently, okay? Especially if God hasn't turned around and told me that those are people that you know, are divine connections in any kind of way. If they are not currently walking in the way that God says, or I'm not supposed to be around them, then nice to meet ya, hey, bye, see you later. You know, I keep myself to myself, right, for the time being, until God releases me to do otherwise, okay, or releases my people to come to me, whichever way, okay. And that's how you have to see it for yourself. Sometimes we don't pick right, okay, and then we end up in situations that we shouldn't be in, because we place ourselves there, knowing that our entire being, the spirit that's on the inside of us, is telling us, screaming at us, get away from here. Don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time, okay? Be in the right place that he is telling you that you need to be at. And if that's by yourself for a while, pay attention. It's for a reason, okay? It's for a reason. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. Personally, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of stuff recently, okay? And it's not pretty out there. You don't want to be caught up in the crosshairs of anything that you're not supposed to be in the middle of. So please, take heed in what he is speaking to you, okay? He speaks to all of us. Hone in, okay? Hone in. Take your power back from the enemy. He can no longer blur your vision. He can no longer stop you from hearing the things that God has to speak to you about your life and your journey. Take hold of the reins and say, yes, Lord, I'm riding with you, okay? I'm riding with you on this and nobody else, okay? You got to start taking responsibility for the things that you have been doing and knowing that you're not supposed to be doing, and changing that. No victim mentality. No woe is you, okay? None of that. Anybody who knows that I turned that round right there. It is what it is, okay? So with this message, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've done all the Bible verses I can think I needed to get into for this. Excuse if it's like a bit blotchy in places, or I sound in any particular way. Hopefully it's clear enough for you guys. But he says, those who have ears, those who have eyes, okay? So I'm gonna leave you there, all right? So ciao, Bella. Have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you are. It's bedtime. Ciao, Bella.